Hello, 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 and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do short lunch break with Shel video tutorials Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Time, and I also do Facebook Live or YouTube premiere videos on Wednesday nights at 6:30. For today's video, we're going to be playing with a new stamp, or actually a new bundle that I just received called Cottage Wreaths. This is a huge bundle for a variety of occasions. There's fall, there's Halloween, there's Christmas. You could use this for a cajillion things, actually. And it has loads of dies. These are tons and tons of little dies, and then on the opposite side we have 4 wreaths and 2 bows. It's all in there so I don't lose any of those little dies. So today we are going to be learning a fun fold. Yay! We are going to be doing a diamond fun fold, and when you first look at it, it looks a little bit hard to do, but it's not. Nothing I do is very hard. It's all easy once you see it done. So we're going to be using the Cottage Wreath bundle. My color palette for today is Crushed Curry, Real Red, Calypso Coral, and Soft Suede. And as you can tell by that color palette, I am making a fall card. I have a few little pieces of gold foil that I've hole punched that I'm going to use for embellishments, or I think I am. Then I have Real Red, Cajun Craze, and pumpkin pie markers. I have a pickup tool, I have a bone folder, and a pencil. That is what we need for this card. Now I'm just going to slide all of this stuff out of the way for a minute so that I have room to bring in my paper trimmer, because we are going to cut and score this card together. So you are going to need a piece of 4 by 12 DSP or cardstock. Since this is the first time you've seen this card, I'm doing it with DSP because DSP is easier. If you do it with cardstock, chances are you're going to want to cut the different pieces of DSP and mat it, and that's much more time consuming and takes much more product. So I figured first go at it, we will do it as easy as we can so it's not too difficult. All right, so this is, you have to choose which side of the cardstock you want facing forward. So this time I'm going to go with this big, large pattern, and we're going to put this into the paper trimmer. And when you're scoring DSP, go gentle, because you can cut it with the scoring blade. So just gently score at 2 and again at 4. Okay, then we're going to slide the paper over to the 6-inch mark. So we've scored at 2, we've scored at 4, and we're going to go over to 6-inch, and we're just going to put a tick mark at the 6-inch mark, top and bottom. Then we're going to go over to 8, and we're going to score again, and again at 10. Okay, so just, I'll go through it one more time. 2, and we scored. 4, and we scored. 6, and we put a tick mark top and bottom. 8, and we scored. 10, and we scored. Okay, pretty simple, right? Oh, we're not done. What am I doing? Okay, we have those tick marks. I got glue on my paper trimmer. We are going to Actually, I'm going to turn it over because I can see better on this side. So I have to transfer my tick marks to this side. 6 inches. All right, so now we're going to put a tick mark in the track, and we're going to go down to our 2-inch score line, and then we're going to score from the tick mark to the 2-inch score line. Okay, then we're going to put the other tick mark in the track, that same 2-inch score line. Make sure it's in the right place, and then we're going to score that. All right, the tick mark, and then we're going to go all the way down here to this other 10-inch score line. Score it. And score it. All right, now I know that's difficult for you guys to see, so I am going to bring in a visual, and I am going to take a marker and mark this up. I'll use an early espresso marker so that you can actually see this. There's a tick mark, and there's a tick mark at 6. There's a score line at 2, a score line at 10, a score line at 8, and a score line at 4. Okay? So far, so good. That was step 1. Now I'm going to take a green marker, and I'm going to show you where these are. Now, I'm not drawing them perfectly straight, obviously, but you're going to have 2 X's attaching to those tick marks. Okay? So hopefully that gives you a visual. And when is all said and done, this card is going to do this. It's going to be a 4x4 card. All right? Now I'm going to show you how to fold that. So grab your bone folder, and we are going, all of the 2, 4, 8, and 10 score lines are going to be valley. So that means they're going to go into a valley. All right, so you're just going to fold towards the center. Actually, I got to flip it over because I want this to be my outside. And burnish it flat. Fold it towards the center. Make sure you're straight. And burnish it flat. Go to the other end. Fold towards the center. Burnish it flat. Fold towards the center. And burnish it flat. Okay? So if you were to put it together, then it would look like this box, okay? So far, so good. Now, these X score lines are going to be mountains. So they are going to be popping up. So just gently fold your cardstock, or DSP in this case, and make those mountain folds. Yes, there's a lot of scores, and yes, there's a lot of folds, but it's really easy. If you break it down that the diagonals are mountains, meaning they pop up, and the others are valleys, meaning they go down, you've got it made in the shade. All right, so now to put this card together, you'll have this little triangle in the middle. Just push down. Okay, it's going to cause me grief here. just push down and it will fold in on itself. Okay, I don't have my score line burnished well enough there. That's my problem. You need to have everything burnished really well. And then once you get everything all set, you can burnish it flat. Now, I have a problem. Do you see this? One of my scores was not right on the line. So now I have to fix that. So when you guys do yours, make sure you are bang on right on the line, or you're going to have the trouble that I just had. I have to trim off a little wee piece because it's uneven. So that's why you have to have your scores right on those lines. Okay, so there's our card base. Easy peasy, right? All right, let me put these markers away before I get confused and start using those. All right, now we're going to bring in our Stamparatus, and I need some white cardstock. And the first piece I need is 2 11/16. 2, 4, 8, 11/16. That's the line just before the 3. So 2 11/16. 2 11/16. All right, now we are going to, that doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't look exactly square. The line just before the 3/4. Yep, it is square. All right. Okay, we can get rid of this paper trimmer. Now we're going to do some stamping. And I've got this set up on the Stamparatus because I want to be able to stamp it twice if I need to. So, bring it down just a titch. I think that's going to be good. Let's have a look. Yep. All right, so soft suede. Actually, no, let's not do that one first. Let's do the other side first. And make sure it's lined up. Okay, we're going to go over just a bit. There we go. All right, that one should be lined up pretty well. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp in crushed curry. So our entire wreath is going to be crushed curry. And where's my press? There we go. Give that a good press. Oh, I didn't clean my stamp. Do you see that? Now I am going to use these markers, and I am going to color some of the leaves here, there, and everywhere. I'm going to do one color at a time, just given a little bit of a different color. So there's some real red. And if you can see the stamp, I don't know whether you can or not, you can tell where you've already colored. so it's pretty easy not to duplicate the leaves, because we don't want them all in the same spot. And there's some pumpkin pie, and now we'll add some crushed curry. And we want to leave some of them yellow. Sorry, this is Cajun Craze, not crushed curry. Just realized what I said. And we'll add that. Now I notice right here we're missing some color, so I'll add some there. And I think I'm okay with that, just like that. Now we're going to flip our plate over. Make sure this is still lined up pretty well. I'm going to pull this stamp off so that I can see better. I don't want to touch it down yet, but it looks pretty good to me. Now we're going to stamp the branch part of our wreath using soft suede ink. I just found it was easier to do the leaves first because you weren't distracted by the branches, if that makes any sense. All right, there we have our wreath. Now we need to have a little greeting. And this is going to go on our card like a diamond, so you flip it around until you find the way you like it best. And I am going to find my stamp set. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I think I might change the greeting to grateful. See if that will fit in there. Oh yeah. I'm going to use grateful on this one. So we will load up our stamp. And I'm going to bring back in that soft suede ink and stamp my greeting in the center. Just like that. All right. So far, so good. Now, let's bring our card in and let's pop this on here. And I'm telling you, I do not like this white side. I don't. That's terrible to say, but it is the truth. So I am going to reverse my scores. Hopefully I don't rip this paper. And see if I can get this folded the opposite way so I can use the other side of the DSP. Maybe if I hold my mouth the right way. Here we go. That's one side. I like the smaller gingham myself. Okay, some adhesive on the back. Now, like I said, I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. I'm not matting this. If you wanted to, you could cut this smaller and mat it. I'm just going for simple and easy. And there's a little border on here right now. Now, on the back of this card, we need a 1 7/8 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. Because of the design of this card, there's no place to write a greeting. So on the flip side, one of these panels has to have some white cardstock so we have a place to write our greeting. So we will get that attached right there on the back side, like so. There. Now, I was going to use those little gold dots, but I think I am going to go with some of these gilded gems. And I also want to get some gold thread. I want to make a wee little bow out of gold thread for my wreath. Man, it's hard to make a bow with this. It's so thin. There we go. Now, some ribbon scissors. Trim off those tails. There's our bow. Let's see what we can do here. I think that guy could go right there. And I'm looking for, there it is. I'm just going to put some of these, oops, gilded gems. Whoa! Did you see that? They went flying. 3, 4, and one more. You know my rule. 3, 5, 7, 9, multiples of 3. I think I'll move this guy. Nope, can't move him, he's stuck. All right. Now we need a mini glue dot. And I'm just gonna peel that off with my fingers and pop it down here in place after making it as tiny as I can. There. Trim those tails a little bit more. And there, my friends, is our diamond fun fold. Isn't that cool? We have a place on the back to write our greeting. I'll show you the one that I made earlier. This one I used the little punch outs that I just did from the gold foil, and I actually stamped and die cut the bow from the set. Now this one's done in very vanilla, this one's done in basic white. And there is our 2 diamond fun folds. So I hope you give this one a try. It's really, really easy. Now I have a sheet here. What did I do with it? So that you can take a screenshot and get this set up here if you want the instructions. So you start with a piece that is 12 by 4 and you score it at 2, 4, 8, and 10. And then you mark it at the 6-inch mark, and then you score from this 6-inch mark to here, and this 6-inch mark to here, and the same here and here. The diagonal folds go up as in mountains, and the up and down folds go towards the center as valleys. Alright, so if you want those instructions, you take that screenshot. I would love to see what you guys come up with. You can try it with cardstock and decorate it with DSP. I just went really super simple to show you today how to do it. Alright, that's it for now. I'm out. See you back here Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon or on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Bye-bye for now.